Hey everybody, my name is Schubert Bucker. I'm going to be going out today asking some people about poverty and what they think about them. People who are impoverished, and ask them their point of view and see if some of them are the same, some questions are answered the same as others, and if some are maybe different, and we'll see what happens. Hello, Bill. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about poverty. Okay. First question. Do you think there are any positive effects to poverty?
Positive effects to poverty. Well, I guess the only positive thing I could think of is that it gives people that have means an opportunity to help people that are in need. But I don't think overall being in poverty is a good thing.
Okay. What do you think the average amount of people who are in poverty is in North Carolina, percentage-wise?
I would guess probably 20%.
Okay. Why are people mad at those who are in poverty? For example, what is a stereotype of people who are impoverished?
Excuse me, say that again?
What is a stereotype of people who are impoverished?
Stereotype. I would say, maybe live in a trailer park, have food stamps, welfare. Those are probably a lot of the stereotypes. And people maybe people don't think they're smart people or hard workers. Some stereotypes.
Why is it wrong to treat people who are impoverished like they're invisible?
Why is it wrong? Well, because everybody's equal, especially in God's eyes, and so we should be treating everybody with respect and dignity, regardless whether God's providence has them with lesser means.
Okay. If we do not try to get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen to our country in the future?
I don't know what would happen. If I think about it from a biblical perspective, God probably doesn't like that we're not helping those that are in need when we're typically a pretty wealthy country. But I don't know that I know the answer to that one.
Okay, thank you. Hey Carabo, how's it going? I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Alright, do you think there are any positive effects to poverty?
Any positive effects? I think like positive effects most like it's like creativity, people like in poverty they make like things out of nothing, so like most of them are like creative, like yeah.
Okay. What do you think the average amount of people who are impoverished are in America? Or North Carolina, sorry.
Like the average people?
Like percentage-wise.
I can say probably like 40%.
Okay. Why do you think people are mad at those who are impoverished?
I'm mad?
Yeah. Like, why do you think is a stereotype about people impoverished?
Most like... So like because of like people in poverty, like they're going like through like a hard time, like mostly you'll find like someone like on the street like asking like for money and all that stuff. So like people like might have like different view like towards them, like they might think like they will like steal from them, like and all that stuff. So I feel like basically like
Okay. Why is it wrong to treat people who are impoverished like they're invisible? Why is it wrong to treat people who are impoverished like they're invisible?
I think like moral like it is morally it might be like wrong because like as Christians God like wants us to take care of like the poor, so like I feel like it is like wrong like to treat them that way, like according like to like their beliefs and all that stuff.
Okay. If we not try to get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future?
If you try to get rid of it.
If we don't try to get rid of it, if we just leave it alone.
I think if I had a job, I was working. What is the good solution to putting an end to poverty?
I think like it depends like on a person, like on a family, like how like they will do like because like most of it like it's like
Since you
it
said,
falls like
you
under
wanna
like the
make people
family, like
aware
maybe like
of
some
poverty,
people like
how
might
do you
like try
do
like to
that?
find like something better, like
I don't know, just like, you know,
but some
helping
people
out,
like might not like
uh,
they like work for it, so I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Hey Wes, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions.
Alright.
Alright. Do you think there are any positive effects to poverty?
I think poverty is just bad for everyone, and it's not really helping anyone.
Okay. What do you think the average amount of people who are impoverished is in North Carolina?
Like 1 in 10, or say like 4 in 10 people, probably like 40%.
Okay. Why are people mad at those who are impoverished? For example, what is the stereotype about people who are impoverished?
I gotta take a video.
Impoverished people tend to
I
like
gotta leave right now.
increase the crime rate, and that might make people mad at them.
Why is it wrong to treat people who are impoverished like they're invisible?
Because they are human and they do exist, and they're people, like they've been through a lot, so.
Alright, if we do not try to get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future?
It'll just keep growing and growing.
Alright, thank you. Hey Paul, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Do you think there are any positive effects of poverty?
No, they're all harsh.
Okay. What is the average amount of people who are impoverished, do you think, in North Carolina?
About 33%.
Okay. Why are people mad at those who are impoverished? For example, what is the stereotype of people who are impoverished?
People that are scary in poverty would be the people that can't afford anything but like drugs, so they do bad things with their life because they can't do anything else because they don't have enough money.
Okay. Why is it wrong to treat impoverished people like they're invisible?
Repeat that?
Why is it wrong to treat impoverished people like they are invisible?
Because they can somewhat help it, but they really can't because that's how they were raised, impoverished.
Okay. If we do not get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future?
It'll just get worse and worse, and you see more homelessness.
Okay, thank you. Hey Ross.
Hey Drew.
I have a few questions. First question. What do you think? Do you think there are any positive effects to poverty?
Not really. I guess if you have like food stamps or something, that's good, but eventually.
Hi, this is Gwen. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Do you think there are any positive effects of poverty?
No.
Okay. What do you think the average amount of people who are in poverty is in North Carolina?
In America?
In North Carolina.
In North Carolina. Like a lot.
Why are people mad at those who are impoverished? For example, what is the stereotype of people?
Wait, could you repeat the question? Sorry.
Why are people mad at those who are in poverty? For example, like what is the stereotype of people who are
Oh, well, I think a lot of people think that people living in poverty are lazy and they're just feeding off the government and our money. So I think that's why it has a negative connotation and that's why people don't like it.
Okay. Why is it wrong to treat people who are impoverished like they're invisible?
Because they're people too and, you know, they have feelings.
This is Shane. I'll ask you a few questions. Alright, what do you think there are any positive effects of poverty?
Probably a hardworking like trait that you can gain because you need to work
Okay.
hard.
What is the average amount of people do you think who are in poverty in North Carolina?
Like percentage, probably like maybe like 35%.
Okay. Why are people mad at those who are in poverty? For example, what is the stereotype of those who are impoverished?
Probably like really dirty, unclean, kind of sloppy.
Okay. Why is it wrong to treat impoverished people like they're invisible?
Because we're all human beings and we all should be treated the same.
Okay. If we do not try to get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future to this country?
I think there's still gonna be poverty, but it could get a lot worse.
Okay, thank you. Hey guys, this is Jacob. I'm gonna interview you, ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Alright, do you think there are any positive effects of poverty?
No.
Okay. What's the average amount of poverty you think in North Carolina?
15%.
15%? Alright. Why are people mad at those who are in poverty? For example, what is the stereotype of those who are impoverished?
Not having good clothes to wear.
Why is it wrong to treat impoverished people like they're invisible?
Why is it what?
Wrong.
Because nobody should be treated that way.
Okay.
I'm not
If we do not try to get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future in this country?
Say it again.
If we do not treat or we do not try to get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future in this country?
The cycle will continue.
Okay, thank you.
both of us.
Hey, this is Matt. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Alright. Do you think there are any positive effects of poverty?
Why do you just want to be different? Why? That's exactly. I didn't realize that.
Only one I would think of is just to like motivate people to stay out of it.
Okay. What's the average amount of poverty do you think in North Carolina?
Like 15%.
Okay.
What did you just say? 20?
Why are people mad at those who are in poverty? For example, what is the stereotype about people who are impoverished?
They're sometimes lazy and like scary, or like I don't know. They don't. Almost like they don't try to find work or anything.
Okay. Why is it wrong to treat impoverished people like they're invisible?
Because they're still humans. They just maybe made one mistake in their life, or they couldn't come back from like something they did wrong or something.
Okay. If we do not try to get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future in this country?
People are going to be really greedy and they're not going to care about anybody, and they're going to treat them like prisoners or something like that.
Okay, thank you. Hey, this is Raf. I'll ask you a few questions. Are there any positive effects of poverty?
No.
Okay. What is the average amount of people in poverty, do you think, in North Carolina?
Like percentage-wise?
Yes.
Probably like 25, 30%.
Yeah. Why are people so mad at those who are impoverished? For example, like, what is the stereotype of people who are impoverished people?
That they're dangerous and are like drug dealers, I guess.
Okay. Why is it wrong for people to treat impoverished people like they're invisible?
Because you should treat everybody equally.
Okay. If we do not get rid of poverty in America, what do you think will happen in the future?
The population of poverty, like people will go up.
Okay, thank you.
As you can see, there are a lot of point of views and ideas of people who are in poverty and ways to get out of poverty. I saw that there's a wide range of people who thought there were a lot of people in poverty in Charlotte, whereas here's about a 15% amount of people who are impoverished, when the average amount of people were saying people were impoverished was around 40. It was very shocking to hear this, and I thought this was successful interviews. Thank you.